So hi everyone. Now before I go into any details about my research, I would like to do three things. Give you a statistic, provide a scenario, and ask you a couple of questions I would like you to ponder in the background. The statistic is 15,000. There are an estimated 15,000 trafficked players in Europe and 2,100 trafficked minors in England. People who have come here for the purpose of football but often end up as domestic or sex workers. The scenario is this. I want you to look at these boys. Imagine that one of them's name is Ade. And Ade is approached by a Caucasian fellow by the name of John in a nice suit. John tells Ade that he's going to be the next African football star for Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United, whatever football team you can think of. The questions are as follows. How quickly do you think Ade is going to go home and tell his parents about John and how John is willing to change their life and facilitate this life-changing opportunity for the sum of maybe £3,000? Now think about it from the perspective of Ade's family. Do they have the capacity to second-guess John? Or do they instead say, let's take Ade's siblings out of school, let's sell the family house, let's sell the car, do whatever we can to get this money to John to change our lives and make this dream a reality? And thirdly, what about John? Is John even his real name? Is there really a team in England or wherever in Europe that are interested in Ade? Or does John want to traffic Ade or transport Ade abroad for other exploitative motives that are more akin to child labor than this enjoyable act of playing football? Now, my name is Ini-Obong Nkang, and I am trying to conduct a socio-legal analysis on the trade of African football minors. I hope to do this by drawing on elements that are seen in socio-legal literature on the core elements of human trafficking, which are, it usually takes place, there's an act, such as transport, through a means, such as deception, and for the purpose of often exploitation. I do this by bringing these elements into footballing analysis and saying, like with the situation that we saw with John. Now, I hope to do this analysis in order to find the deficiencies within current footballing regulations that allow the minors to continuously be trafficked, in order to recommend comprehensive regulations that look at it from the perspective of the minors and offer protection or added protection to these vulnerable group. I will also be preferring an alternate regulatory model that hopes to use football as a tool for sustainable development of African communities in order to provide jobs and alleviate poverty so that instances such as Ade are less likely to occur. Thank you.